We're back. Another great match ahead. I'm in the booth with Del Sim and Kendall Quickfire Cook. I am Chris G. How's everybody doing out there?
What's going on, Chris? How are you?
Hey, thanks for having me in.
Good.
Absolutely. So you know these players, so I'm going to let you introduce them.
Yeah, Jonas Souto, young Spanish kid. You know, he's been lighting up the scene the last 18 months, traveling all over the U.S. Very local here to Connecticut, actually, with the Yale Billiards Club. And he's on what they call Team No Sleep with the Shark Stream. So him, Delgado, who's the other chap? There's three of the Spanish chaps there. Can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Lose me, that's
Yeah.
David Alcady, I think, is another one. Yeah, they've all been hanging out together. But Levan Corteza needs no introduction. Yeah, he's been a regular in New York. Actually, I'm based in New York, so people know.
It's the most I've got to see him. I've watched him today a little bit, and I really like the way he plays.
Yeah, incredible Filipino player. I've finally watched him in like the Scotch doubles when he played with Dennis Orcullo, lifted the trophy in London when I was living there.
Very cool.
Yeah, always good fun to watch.
How old is Jonas?
I think Jonas is only 21.
Okay.
Very, very young. 21, 22 maybe at the max. Sponsored by Predator. Like most of the Spanish team. FSR, etc. And Levan, you know, just I love the Filipino style. You know, you'll see very lazy stroke, but just super accurate.
Right around the 9, get off the 8.
Yeah, a little bit bridged over, but he's still got a good angle to come 2 rails around for the 4 ball there that's laying in the middle. Most difficult transition, I'd probably say 5 to the 6 right now. If he can manage this, you can get a full cue on this, so he's not bridged over the 8 at all. What do you call that? Tree-topped?
Tree-topped.
Is that an American term?
It's not my term.
Tree-tapped. Yeah, this will be the key shot to whether he runs the rack, in my opinion. You know, that 5 does go down the rail. He'll have to be very accurate.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, I don't know that unless you're dead straight on that ball, I don't know how much it helps.
Yeah, I think you'll want a bit of angle. You'll get a nice view of his kind of, you know, the loop bridge that uses there, nice long bridge. And then takes a good pause and then that little stutter. So that's actually perfect. He can just roll.
Oh, there's quite a bit more room there. I thought he was closer to that side pocket.
Yeah, just a hair too far there. This angle now doesn't really warrant a good path down to this 6. So you'll probably see him do a punch draw stroke. You know, want to come down between the 8 and the 6. Looks like he's going low. May even elect to go forward, but again, that's very risky. Yeah, he was able to control that very well. Doesn't want to be on the rail. That's okay. You might see him jack up, but if he wants to go to the rail and back, he can. Yeah, he had enough on that. So didn't mind the extra bit of angle, a little bit more distance. And again, you'll just see him check this up on rail. Doesn't want to flirt with the 8. You'll see some people might go around the back of the 8 on this shot. If they're confident, they might play like a low left and spin it 2 rails. For those that are happy just playing a nice bit of inside, it's fine. Actually, Lee, he chose that. You see, I didn't like that because it was always going to bump the 8.
That's the risk, yeah.
But again, the table's so open right now. You know, he has this to the side, he has it to the corner. Again, it's just preference as to where he wants the 9 ball to go.
Now he's almost got to either come short of on the short side of the 9 or.
Fully agree, Kendall. I would play short side as well. You know, there's lots of room there behind the 9. If he does take it corner, if he might, you know, if we see another.
Like he did.
Yeah, you see, he has that very kind of like very deliberate stroke at the end, almost like a hesitated pause, isn't it? Certainly wouldn't be classed as a good fundamental in the Europeans.
Well, his true mechanics are good. He's just the release is different. I think
100%. You know, and again, that just comes from pure, I think, natural ability, timing. timing the ball as well as he does. And Jonas didn't really have much to do there, did he?
No, he missed that first shot into the corner. He had the one
Mm-hmm.
and took it from there. So
Always the most difficult, I find. The first rack, getting yourself into the game.
first and last rack of the match is always the hardest too. You know, I think finishing sometimes can be.
Agreed. That's a good match that they're watching there, Kendall. Who do you think's got the upper hand?
Where are we?
Sky Woodward, Neil's fine. I think it's 5-1 actually. Sky Woodward. Wow.
I watched a little bit of that match over in the corner when I was taking a break and saw a couple of misses that would be unexpected out of Sky. So
Yeah, definitely so. For me, Sky might be the next big thing after maybe Shane when Shane retires, or Shane will keep playing forever. It's ridiculous how good that man is, but
yeah, and almost carelessly.
carelessly good. Yeah, I agree. That was a nice break there. It controlled everything beautifully.
Doesn't have too bad of an angle here.
Problem with this is the cue ball's running away. It's very hard to float this ball in and hold the cue ball for the 3. The only thing I can see him doing is maybe overplay it, but then the 6 becomes like a beach ball almost.
Yeah, speed is important.
This is where the Filipinos kind of excel for me, though. The feel, the touch. The ability just to spin this ball in. Just like that. That's ridiculous touch.
Yeah, and he held it perfect.
Yeah, how's
It was
that?
all speed for that shot.
Put it on a dime, didn't he? And that was a key to the rack. It breaks
Yeah.
over now.
Easy now, float up.
Yeah, really nice touch play there.
Set up 6 next. Side pocket.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see people take a high left. They'll come around. This one, for me, though, middle pocket, nice and easy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say pocket? Bag?
Pocket.
Pocket?
For me, it's pocket.
That's all right.
You say what you like. I'll figure it out.
I get told off for saying pot sometimes,
Well, I sit next to somebody that's from England
Oh, there you
most times when I do this, so not going to shock me with any of those proper words.
He sounds American now, though. I need to tell him.
Yeah,
He's been here too long.
he knows.
He's a Yankee Doodle. His friends would they take the mickey out of him if he went home
They
with that
do,
accent.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, my wife calls it a top up. She likes to send me home 4 times a year for a top up.
Yeah, right. Just touch it up a little bit.
Touch it up.
Mm-hmm.
He says once you've been down the pub,
Yeah, right. It all comes back.
You go right back to the lingo. Nice set there. He's up 2-0. This is a shorter race to 8. Am I correct? Is that right?
It is. Yep.
Yeah, these early racks are important. I'm sure you've mentioned it, but super impressed with the room. Super impressed with the setup here. This is without a doubt for me one of the top rooms on the East Coast, if not the US, right now.
So we came Wednesday, and you wouldn't have believed we were going to have a tournament here.
You wouldn't have believed it, right?
They have gotten so much done in such a short amount of time. Really, it was incredible to watch it all come together, and both those, Ara and Jason, just really worked hard to finish this thing off, and turned out terrific.
Yeah, big fan of Jason, and you wouldn't know it by the accent, but it's my home country, it's Scotland.
Okay.
Grew up there, but moved to London when I was a young boy. So I get a lot of stick when I go back to Scotland, even.
I actually told him, I said, now getting to know him, said it's going to make it really hard for me to hate you when you play in Moscone Cup. I can't, it's going to be tough. He'll play the part. If he plays the part, I'll still hate him during the Moscone Cup. And then I'll
Of
go back
course.
to liking him.
Everyone needs a villain.
Yeah.
He's a good villain, but also just a super nice guy
Oh,
off the
yeah.
table,
Terrific. Yeah. They've been so generous to us as we've been here too. It's just
See,
great.
even Shane when he's at the table, he has that focus. You would almost say he's a villain. He's very
Yeah, just flat.
very dialed in. But when you see him off the table, nice as pie.
Absolutely.
And Lee Van is in ultimate control of this match so far. The only thing I can see as a problem there is 6 to the 8. That is a combo. And I think these pockets are playing fairly large, shall I say, in the early.
If you knew how many times I had to tell people the size of the pockets today.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I bet it's a favorite question. But it's a brand new cloth. I mean, the cloth went on this morning. It's you know,
Yeah,
and
that's
the
right.
lights are pretty hot out there. I must admit, it's quite a warm environment. So they are going to play. They are
Oh.
going to play big.
Shorten that up a little.
Yeah.
Still got there, no problem.
And played it beautifully. And
Yeah.
it depends how he gets on this 4 as to how he's going to play the 6. You know, if he finishes with a good angle, I wouldn't be surprised if he went between the 8 and 6 and played the 6 long rather than take the combo. But we'll see how he feels after this shot. Seems like he's going to come above it. Combo's on now. There's a few people tuning in. My friend Omar said, I'm 2 weeks away from being a Yankee Doodle.
Yeah,
Myself.
that's
I think if I start to accentuate my R's anymore.
It's all right. This way people actually understand you.
That's very
It's
true.
like a happy medium.
It's a
between
happy
them.
medium. There you go. Nah, I've been here 9 years now. Love it. It's been amazing. Now needs to control this. You know, I find these can get away from you. But the good thing is the cue ball and the 6 ball are both tracking the same way. So when it's like that, you see that everything's
Especially when you
rolling.
hit 'em dead straight.
Oh, you hit it like that, right? You hit it like God. And Jonas there, you see, sat in his chair. Still focused. You know, you've still got a chance when it's winner breaks in this format.
That's right. And he definitely looks ready. He doesn't look flustered. I mean, 3 games against these guys is nothing.
Oh, he's more than capable, and I think probably 90% of the field here is capable of running, you know, 5 or 6 racks. You know, we've seen it from Biardo, we've seen it from Shane already today. You know, they've been runaway trains. Yep, it's just one facial expression too many. That's a little, ooh, this is tough.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is tough to just sit there and watch. You know, you want to get up. And remembering that you shot that 1 ball.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I mean, it's a horrible feeling when you sat there.
Did you see the scratch in the last match against Shane?
Oh, I did.
Side pocket.
Oh, also,
That was brutal. I mean, I thought it was nothing but a stop shot, and I was surprised to see him do anything with it.
yeah. Decision making at this level is so key. You know, people don't give it enough credit, I think. You know, the fact that just that one decision can really, you know, let you down, and all of a sudden you're staring at a 5-game deficit. It's insane.
Well, the one did not go on the side, which they've been
Dry.
masters of all weekend.
The sound of dryness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's got it, you know. I don't think he can see the edge. I don't think he can see the potting angle. No.
Just to add to the frustration.
Yeah. I mean, you want an open shot at this. I mean, it wouldn't have been the easiest shot to maintain control for the 2, but
Rack's open, though.
rack is open. You're right. Needs to come low, you know. I mean, that 8's hanging as well, so he's just going to play a push. This is more of a dare, saying, how do you feel? Because I don't think I'd want this back, quite honestly. If I did, I'd have to be queuing very well.
I couldn't agree more. I think it's tough, especially from here, even if you make this. Have a good angle on the 2.
The good news is that cue ball is going to be tracking towards the 6-8, so there's a decent amount of balls to hide behind. You know, if he doesn't miss the 1 by too much, or he could just drain it. Oh my God, what a shot!
And get straight in on the 2.
I mean, there you go. I think the dare didn't work out.
It's a little tricky here.
He's looking at the 9 ball. He's looking, if I go forward, can I punch the 9? But I still think the shot here is to play it and just brush, you know, come off of the 9 ball. He's just looking at how the 9 ball's going to
dig down a little, though.
You will have to dig. Yeah, it's gonna run into the 9. But again, that 8 is hanging over the pocket, so you know, you don't need to be too accurate with the positional play here on the 3. Yeah, he knew as long as he was running into it, he had a chance. This might be a little bit funny though, because the angle for the carom is going to send the 3 away from the cue ball, and the cue ball's nice and flat. So the cue ball's is going to even have to move forward. He might have to play a high ball on this. Oh, it went clean. My bad.
Yeah,
didn't even touch the 8.
there. Yeah.
Wow. All right, that might be my 10 p.m. eyes. That pocket didn't look there, did it?
I thought he'd play it off the rail off the 8, but
Rail first, yeah.
I did not think it'd go clean like that.
And again, it's at his mercy. 3-0. Don't see a problem here, do you, Ken?
No, he's going to come straight back across. So.
Do you prefer Kenny, or Kendall? Or all
Kendall.
3? Kendall.
Yeah. The only person who's ever been able to call me Kenny without me being upset about it was Darren Appleton.
Oh, okay.
It's the only one that gets away with it.
All right, I'll wait till I become world champion and
Right.
multiple world number 1. No, I always ask. My real name's Derek, so just everyone in the pool world knows me as Del. Everything gets shortened in the UK.
Yeah.
Everything.
Means they like you.
Yeah, it's true, I guess. You wouldn't know by my...
Look at MH. I mean, the people must really like him. His first name is Michael Hayden. They shortened it to MH. I mean, well, something exciting is going on out there. Wish we had a room with a view.
It's a big celebration. Maybe we look at the scores and see if something went hill. Meanwhile, Corteza is just going about his business. He'll be upset that he's on the lost side. After winning the Rex event down in Long Island.
Yeah, terrific.
Yeah, he made a hell of a comeback on Moritz Neuhausen, who's just tearing the scene up right now. Moritz has got to be favourite for every event he enters recently. Yeah, and you see there, Jonas sat in his chair, arms crossed, nowhere to go really. A couple of guys said in the chat there, the electric chair. Ugh. No worse place to be as a pool player.
Yeah, I mean, to sit there just kind of with nothing to do, and you get your one opportunity and you're still stuck behind the ball.
Agreed.
Get motivated.
Played a push out and didn't come back. Ugh. Brutal.
Speaking of Darren, he's over there on table number 4. It's kind of weird, the layout here. We got upper right corner is 1, and then bottom left is 2.
Great to see him back playing.
Yeah.
In good health again.
We're just actually, oh, look at that shot.
Wow. Great shot.
Yeah, just slipped away over.
Yeah, Niels is great with that jump cue.
Who's he playing right now?
That is Skylar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's fighting for his life.
All right, just let me know. We're just looking to see if there's any more on table 1.
You can almost see the excitement as he comes up, knowing that he's at least got something to control here.
The one thing you will see from Jonas is a lot of animation. He's a very animated player at the table. He's very quick around the table. You'll see once he gets into gear. It doesn't take a lot of time when he's in stroke. So he is an exciting player to watch. And now he's got the opportunity to show everyone what he's got. It's a kind of funny one, he's looking at the gap there. That's obviously the desired path, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes low on it too. If he goes low and takes an extra rail, 1, 2, 3, and behind the 3. All depends on preference. He's gone for that's a crazy shot. Wow. You had to play perfect speed. And he almost got there. He was only another rotation away from that. See if he can reach it and just play a nice safety. He'd love to leave the cue ball right where it is. Yeah, he wishes he was another 2 inches taller.
Oh no.
I wonder if he's going to attack this. I think he might be able to cut it in. If he can cut it in, he might just play, for this half of the right side of the ball there. Interesting.
Still not long enough queuing.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind taking the rest on this one. I think this is a natural just to kind of snick this in, take the cue ball 2 rails, and hold for the 4. Anywhere middle of the table would be fine for the 4. You could overplay this. Very, very touchy shot though. Needs to be comfortable.
I think I like just trying to hold this with inside though. Play back into the 9. You're so thin on this ball.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough to come back to the 9. That's why I'm thinking maybe just lean on taking the extra rail and widen the angle. Yeah, he took the cue ball way down, so not ideal, but still playable. Sometimes you'll get people shake their head at this. It's like you're still at the table, you have an open shot, puff your chest out and prep for it.
Sounds like MH though. You must have grown up watching snooker.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was a big snooker fan back in the day. I think everyone in the UK learns that, and once he'd played that, took the opportunity to play the safe. Or the snooker. Got the snooker. What do you call it? It's a hook here, isn't it? Hook. I always forget that.
Yeah, you hooked him.
He's hooked. I love that term.
I like that. That was a good American accent.
Yeah,
too,
I'm getting there.
It's
I'm
pretty
telling you.
good, yeah.
2 weeks off. That's a nice kick. I mean, that's what the Filipinos are known for.
Uh-oh.
Is their kicking ability. Do you swing at this?
Oh, I think you can't help it. I think
I think you're right,
I think you're down 4-0, and I think you got an opportunity in front of you.
Yeah, I think you got to twist the knife on this one.
I'd like to see a different angle of it, Mr. Producer Man.
I think he... Does it go?
No,
I don't know, he's looking at it.
Well, that's not bad. I think the 4 goes over and
It does go by
ends
the...
up behind those 2 balls.
It does go by the 8, though. That's the thing. He can cut this in and bring the cue ball around, and control the table. But I'm in agreement. You're 4-0 down. You want to get a quick one on the board.
I don't think he's playing it.
Wow. And that for me shows a lot of maturity.
Smarter shot.
Very much so. He knows even at 4-0 down against a multiple world champ.
That's funny. Let's read that one.
Which one? I was at Mohammed. Why aren't you here, Mohammed? Jump in your Dodge. Get out of Florida. Yeah, he comes to New York quite often, does Mohammed? Good egg, but terrible pool player. Terrible.
Funny.
He'll blow me up for that later. I like the jump cue here. Looking at the short stick. Many different ways you can play this too. 9 is wild, so the cue ball could go forward and combo the 9, but ideally he'd like to draw the cue ball back and try and go for the bank. Oh wow, how good did he hit it? He didn't expect to make it, I don't think.
I don't know that he wants to. I think he's behind the 9 there.
Yeah, and if we just pick up the cross corner angle, we may see if the cross bank was a beautiful shot. I don't know what kind of angle he's got on it, but he may play the one pocket shot and just cross it over if he can see enough of the 5. Reason I say that is because the cue ball's naturally going back towards the 6, and if you double bank it like that, you're going to get a safety out of it. And he's hit it absolutely inch perfect. How did he do? And he was on the 6 if it went.
He was pointing to where you'd rather be.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I don't know where I mean, I'd rather be 5-4 in front, but now we're going to see, I think, the jump shot from Jonas. Again, he can play this two ways. He can play the jump bank. It's going towards the 9. He pointed towards the 6, so maybe he's trying to bring the cue ball back around as well. Interesting. Didn't sell out, though.
Yeah, it worked out.
I don't think you can see the angle to make this ball.
Just has the edge. I'm pretty sure you can't see it.
So it's been a bit of a scrappy one, this. But good patience, I think, from Jonas. You know, it's something I didn't see from him very early on. He was quite impatient at the table. Well, it's definitely filled his boots. This could be another cross shot again. Just spin this and bring the cue ball back down towards the 6, just like that, and sold out.
Yeah, gave one up.
Yeah, just caught it too thick, I think. And now you got to take your opportunity. You have to. He could even come back and bump a couple of balls open, but you don't really want to do that. So again, decided against it. That shocked me.
See, now you're gonna have to slowly morph what you think
Yeah.
is gonna be his play, because it's a couple of safeties I don't think you were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy Jones would have said the safety was a shot, but I'm still too aggressive in the booth, I think. I like to see players run out. I like to see players be aggressive in 9-ball, you know?
I have a tendency to at least point out the option.
Yeah. Yeah, the option.
I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the right thing to do or what they're going to do, but
Yeah. I mean, it has surprised me a couple of times, you know, that his shot choice, but it's got him to the table. Again, that 8-ball, 8 and 7 is huge.
yeah, I think you just come around him and 6 in the same pocket, probably.
You would hope so. It's just when
catch the edge. Yeah.
if you play this slow with outside, it makes the shot so much harder. Whereas if you just play it with a nice follow shot and take your medicine, really, like that, you see, he was trying to hit the ball. He was trying to hit the 7 and 8, split them up. But again, the slide on that new cloth just arced the cue ball away, and may see another safety. As I say that, it'll probably combo it, just rocket it in.
Little kiss off the 8-7.
I can see that there's a little bit of frustration in his pace right now. You can kind of see that, you know, things just aren't going his way, and it's difficult when you try and play yourself into a match. I see Mohammed got me back there as well. Touche, Mohammed. 1-1. Nice shot there. Really nice. Got away with it a bit though. Could have been got a little bit of a roll with that 6 went. How do you play this, Kendall? Do you kick at it? Do you
Just
skim
give me
it?
the one. Yeah, I think I skim it. I think.
And just try and hold in the corner there. Yeah, he's
I
jacking
don't
up
like
too.
that.
Jacking up, it can push the cue ball offline, or just bank it in.
Bank it. It's
I
easy.
mean, how good was that? Oh my days!
That would have been my third choice, probably.
Jeez, I didn't realize. You know, this is why I love the other games as well, like One Pocket and Bank Pool. You know, you learn that these disciplines can help you in rotation and vice versa.
Banks is one of my favorite games.
Yeah, recently got into it. I'm starting to learn it a bit more, the variations of it, the fact that it can help. And
Safety instead of the bank.
Jonas has got to be wondering, what do I have to do? What do I have to do to just get an open ball? 2 in a row. Don't think he's made 2 in a row. Yeah, that's an interesting stat. Jump cue again. Just looking to control this. You be aggressive. Bank. Maybe get it 2 ways. Nope. It's just going to hold up right over the pocket.
They aren't even that big.
Wow. Oh, actually, he's got a bit of a roll there. I don't think this isn't going to go clean. He's not going to be able to control the cue ball, at least.
Yeah, it's tough to spin that in and
And I mean, if
end
anyone,
up not scratching or.
do you think you can hit it thin enough and just take it off the inside of the far jaw?
Possible. It's hard to say. It's so hard until you're down there.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of these. Do I think he can? Probably. It looks like it.
Wow, he absolutely murdered it. Wow.
Jeez.
How did he hit
Yep.
it?
Perfect speed.
Yeah, Christ. You kidding me? Damn. I'm glad I'm not at the table or anywhere near it, actually. My heart would be in my stomach right now.
Well,
Again, he's
unexpected tick there.
He's getting all the rubs though, isn't he?
Yeah.
I feel like all of the run has been with Corteza, and I know people will say you make your own run, but maybe it'll come back. I do think that both players, over the course of a race to 9 or a race to 8, the roll does go both ways.
I don't know if Jonas has even had a chance to get those rolls
No.
going. I mean, I don't know that he's had anything that even slightly resembles that.
Wow, I thought where the 7 finished, I thought that was going to be a roll. I thought that's a roll, that's going to be difficult, and then he just thunders it in at 1,000 miles an hour.
The only shot that I can think of at the top of my head was the one ball.
Yeah.
Did he have any other shot?
No.
I think everything else has been a kick or
And that was his
safe.
first shot of the match,
Right.
bar the break. Still a lot of pool to be played here.
Yeah.
You can see the live scoring at CueScore for those that are interested in seeing the other tables. Equipment here is second to none. Brand new cloth, brand new tables, brand new balls. The light fixtures, everything. The investment by the room here has been fantastic. Let's take a look at the break.
Love the racking system on these tables, even though it's not getting used right now. It's interesting to me.
Someone said it used to exist about 30, 40 years ago on another table. They told me what it was, but I can't remember. And I wonder if was it Bo? Bo, was it you? I think you're in the chat as well. But yeah, interesting. Very interesting table indeed. They look nice and clean too, don't they,
Yeah, they're sleek. Really
Yeah.
sleek when you walk in the room. I like the gray
Yeah.
all around.
I mean, the room was nice before, but this is a hell of an improvement. And Levan's just going to show off now with some yoga at the table.
Yeah.
Can't remember the last time I touched my toes. Oh, we missed it. That's a foul.
Well, when opportunities come, they come all at once, and here it is.
We were just talking about that, right? So that roll just came his way. Bad shot there. Not even a bad shot, just a misjudgment there on the spin.
It's usually what happens to me if I go for something maybe a little out there.
Yeah, no,
You don't just miss it. You miss it and line something up.
line something up perfect.
Break out the only ball that you shouldn't have touched.
I think his break wasn't too bad, and Jonas has been playing this format, I think, more than Corteza. So I think his break should be much more dialed in.
Oh, I guess we're not going to find out. It's the first snafu of the producer.
Oh, he was distracted by the tournament director coming in and wagging a finger at.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what he was doing.
Nice break. Nice,
Made
solid.
a ball, has a shot.
Solid open rack. No problems here. I'd probably suggest 3 to the 4 is going to be the key ball.
Let's come back right here on that angle between the 5-6.
Yeah, he's perfect. Hey, Tiffany. Thanks very much. I'll be back tomorrow, but I got here late today, so I apologize. Still a working stiff. And that traffic from New York to here is brutal. For anyone that's making the journey, leave early. That's all I'll say. Nice shot here. Go forward. Yeah, he's just looking at the angle. You can see there he doesn't mind putting the miles in walking around the table. He does like to make sure when he's there. Doesn't want to underhit it. Doesn't want to underhit it. That's one thing I've noticed. A lot of players have been underhitting. Because for those that know, they use the Brunswick Super Speed K55 on the rails here, so there is a nice soft rail. It's not like it doesn't react like a diamond would. So I've
That's what I grew up shooting.
You did, right? The Super Speed. It's a nice. I mean, I think it's a great, good rail, good rubber.
Allows you to hit the ball firm.
It does. But what these guys are used to, they're used to springy rails, aren't they? So they're just kind of trying to float and tap the ball around the table.
I play on diamonds most of the time, but I do like the Brunswick gold ground feel.
This is a nice variation for me. I like the engineering of Race On. I enjoy the victory. I enjoyed the ox table as well. You know, they kind of the bank was very consistent on there, close to the diamond, not quite there, but the Race On these ones, these are a good kind of middle ground for me. You know, I think they're something that's going to be affordable. They seem to be quick to set up, right?
Yeah, well,
quickish.
Depends on who you ask. Yeah.
I know Jason scraped his knuckles putting some together, right?
I think he was moving a booth.
Is it a booth? God. This is on Jonas now. He's got a couple of quick ones together, and this is what I said. Once he gets a nice rhythm going, he can string a few racks together. You know, and it's Levan's turn to sit in the chair, but Levan's no stranger to that. Moritz put a package on him back at racks, and he was 8-2 down. He still came back to win that 11-10. So
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, incredible.
That's a good break.
Oh, I mean, look at that. I mean, could you be? And this is what I'm saying about him understanding the break a little better. They've been playing this format for a very long time now. And the more the players get used to it, the more comfortable they are. And I'd stretch to say that his break is much better than Levan's at this time. Oh, miscue there almost. I thought you all miscued that. Could have gone wrong.
Stretching a bit.
Yeah.
Let's tap this up for the side pocket.
Yeah, it's a hell of a difference when you can just look up and you've only got 5 or 6 balls left on the table. It changes the game massively, and the pressure you feel too. You know, it takes all the pressure off of you. You've got no clusters, no balls tied up. I mean, he didn't even have a ball on the rail.
Right. Kind of wrong side of this, but it'll be fine. I'm sure he would have liked to have the other angle.
Yeah, he may push to the rail, go back out. Some players just like to overplay it like that, just to make sure. Some players like to float it in. It's total preference. I like to get a bit closer, like Jonas has got there. And I want to see him make a match of it. You know, this is our last match tonight on the stream. The pool will still go on, and then what time will we be back tomorrow, chaps? Do we know yet?
I don't know if they told us. We're just here offering a service.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's probably going to be the same time.
Okay.
You know,
9,
early
right?
morning. Yeah, we'll be here early, probably.
Jason cooking breakfast, is he? Is that what he said?
I'm hoping so. I mean, the food here is great. I had the
Ours
buffalo
mom's in charge.
chicken egg rolls.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
Wow.
her mom cooked them up. Super good.
Yeah, the kitchen here is unbelievable. So if you're ever traveling or stopping by, it's right off the 95. Great room to stop and have food, and they don't often go hand in hand, the food and equipment standard. But I have to say it's fantastic here. I just order whatever Erwin does, the photographer. I know if he's ordering it, it's good.
He's got the inside scoop.
Very rarely on a diet, that's all I'll say.
That's me too. I got to start working on that though. I've graduated to 2 extra fat.
Yeah, 5-3. It's only he's gone from a 4 rack deficit and cut that in half.
Oh, and there isn't too much trouble here either.
Another great break. Yeah. You'll see his pace there. What Jonas has is very good fundamentals. From he kind of burst onto the scene and no one really heard of him before. And the same with him and Jose Delgado. They're a Scotch pairing for Spain, as Spain B, if you want to call it that. Very hard to follow people like Francisco Ruiz and David Alcaide, that have been pros, cemented pros, world number ones, world champions, world masters champions, So it's very difficult when you're kind of considered 3 and 4 behind those guys.
Yeah.
But we saw David get left on zero. What do you call that here?
Yeah, skunked.
Skunked. There you go.
Drilled
9-0. Wow. I mean, look at this. I mean, I can't even commentate on this. It's just
well, sure.
very, very simple pull here. Now he's feeling it. Again, just preference. If you want to push this on and off the rail, some people might stop it. Perfect. Five to 4. Gets a round of applause there from the VIP section. They've been quite vocal all day now.
Yeah, that's the one thing we're missing here because we don't want to get the copyright strikes, and they got the music playing.
Yeah.
Be nice to be able to have the
Claps
crowd sound, the balls, all that.
Yeah.
But I don't think people here would appreciate shutting the music off.
No, they wouldn't. No.
Or the ads.
Or the ads.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man.
Yeah. As soon as it hears music, there's an ad every 2-3 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And it goes right to the music holder.
Oh, wow.
The whole video.
Yeah, I'm a fan of continuous streaming.
Yeah.
All right, who do we think is going to win this? We think Corteza, or are we going with Jonas?
Well, I'd have to go with the guy at the table because they're all capable of getting out.
All right. Yeah, I'd say he looks, he's looking at ease. I mean, if he gets another one on the board and ties us up 5-5, I think it's his game. Another huge break. 5 to the 6 could be the stopper, but that 5-8 combo is looking pretty big.
That's not bad though.
Yeah, if he does get funny on it. I mean, look at that. I mean, I don't think that's the way that he wanted to play that. It's a little bit of a loose one. I don't think it goes by the 9. Yeah, he's putting his hand where he wanted it. Again, the rail caught him out. And if he's having the rack taken off, I'm wondering if he's going to fire at the 9. What do you think?
Looks like it. Might not have been there too.
Yeah. Well, he's looking at it.
I think tried to gain a bit.
I actually think the 5 just went down a bit further away from the 9. I think he's just giving him a bit more room.
That's kind of what I'm...
If I'm Corteza, I might be having a word there. Oh no, he's just opened out. He's completely bazzled me again. I was going for the APA shot. He's keeping it tight though. I like that.
Yeah, it sounds like that's a new trick in his bag, huh?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, 9 balls as much about defense as it is aggression. Well, I hate to say offense. That sounds way too American. Defense and offense.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, there we go.
Now you got people understanding it. I always tell MH how much he actually gets away with just because of that accent. I mean, crazy. People just assume you're smart. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's how I've got by all these years, honestly. Pure deference. Yeah, that is, educated people in the chat room too. They're saying good patience, good discipline. Being able to be aggressive and then know when to pull it back. When to pull it back and when to pull the trigger. And again, that 8 ball must be laying good if he's played it this way.
Yeah, especially from there, I think improve your odds getting down on that side of it a bit.
What I like of it, yeah, he got on the right side of the 6, didn't he? If he was high on the 6, the cue ball might be tracking away. And as it is now, they're going the same way. So I think he can just draw this in and control the 6 nicely, along with the cue ball. Yeah, so this is the one. Just needs to control. Nice smooth stroke. Played it nicely and hasn't got a reward. Now it's still up in the air. Now we'll see where the patience is.
Yeah, I was just thinking, he hasn't had the, hey, I'm going for this shot yet.
I kind of, this is a favorite shot of mine. I like to play this 2 rails, 6 towards the 9, and then cue ball forward. There's no spin required on this shot.
Right.
And you can play this 6 2 rails and bring the cue ball, right down towards the 7, and the 6 up towards the.
It's a bit nicer if the 7's in the corner a little closer.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you just want a little bit more distance, but he's got a good cue ball, good 6 ball as well. He played it quite fat as well, which is quite interesting. I was expecting him the 6 to go the other side of the 9, but might not have had that angle. I have seen Corteza just dolly these in, take the paint off of it, and get plumb on the 7. So it depends how he's feeling. Whether he tries to cut this in, it is slightly off the rail.
That type of stroke is kind of designed for this kind of shot. That's
100%.
probably why makes a lot of them.
Oh wow, my God! How did he do? How did he do, guys? Yeah, Jonas.
What's that?
Jonas will be kicking himself, won't he?
Oh yeah.
That was his chance to tie up the match. I'll ask you again. Who do you like now, Kendall?
I tell you, it's just going to be tight the whole way. The record here is it's always hill matches on our stream. It's what we shoot for.
Now, I wonder if Lee's been watching his break, and let's see if he kind of maybe mimics his break. If he spots where he's been breaking from, right?
Yeah, here, back to this cut shot. Key shot in the match.
Because you rightly said, look how focused he is, and watch the cue delivery and how still he stays. Bounce right up, actually.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Let's see what's on the other scores, if we can. Maybe see if we can pull those across. Okay. So what's live right now? Emil Gangflot up 5-3 on Loho Sum. Yep, and then Jeremy Sosi. It looks like Skylar won his previous match, so he's up against Anton Raga.
It's a good match.
Yeah, hell of a match there. Yeah, you see, he hit a little bit harder there. That's a little bit harder than he's been hitting it. And he's left himself a bank, so he didn't get as good as Jonas has been getting, but it's still a good result.
It's going to have to either spin this forward and try to get down table or just take the longer shot on the 3, though.
Yeah, that's it. I wouldn't be surprised if he just hits it thin and takes the 2 ball up behind the 3 and tries to bring the cue ball towards the 8, perhaps. Again, it's whether he chooses to attack or hide. Sometimes when I've played that thin, I might catch the knuckle. You might catch the wrong side of the corner, the side pocket there. Always a danger.
It's digging down, so he must be coming back.
He pumped at it. Oh, he went for the 8 too. You notice that? He tried to play the 8 and the bank, just in case he missed the bank.
I don't know, though. That's a little wall across there. That's 6-5-9. Make that 8 ball, you might have been in trouble not making it 2.
Yeah, I mean, he was banking on kind of making it thin, right? Playing it off the rail like that. I had a coach of mine always said, if you go for 2, you miss 2. Go for 1, make 1.
It's probably not horrible advice.
It's not horrible advice. That was snooker, though. In pool, I think, you have the opportunity to go for 2 sometimes.
That's one of the things I prefer about 9 ball over 10 ball, to be honest. Is a lot of times that's a great shot, being able to go 2 offensive shots.
That was super interesting for me. Based on how patient Jonas has been, he just took a swing and a miss at that one. That was a sellout. That's the first time I can say he sold out in the whole match.
Pretty crucial point.
Crucial point, Levan's just made a mistake, and then he took a swing at, a 50% shot. And that might just be the frustration of not drawing the match 5-5 on the previous.
Yeah, at the expense of probably getting Levan to the hill.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so one good shot here. Don't see too many problems here. Does he come back above this, or does he play it in the side? You like coming back around, maybe 6 in the same pocket, or playing it opposite corner, perhaps?
Yeah, I would just go forward, play it to the kitty corner, but he's coming over to the side, it looks like.
Yeah, the side pockets, a lot of the times, and you see when the pockets are shimmed, that it plays a little bit tighter. But these pockets seem to be accepting in the middle. Nicely done. He's able to control just for the 7 there as well.
This is the one that I, draw this or go forward and back up. I like going forward.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that too. Going forward, you're able to control the speed so much better. Take an extra rail if you want. And yeah, he's got that. Good night, Omar. Stay safe out there, mate. My favorite subway driver. Subway driver. Is that what you call them? Do you call them pilots? I don't know. Subway pilot. I'm sure he wants.
We're talking about an airplane, or
no, the subway train.
Oh, I don't know. Engineer.
Engineer.
Subway engineer.
All I know is he likes whiskey as much as me. So
I'm from Wisconsin. Hey, we don't have subways there.
Oh, really?
Oh no.
What cities do? Chicago does, right?
Chicago has subway. Yeah. Milwaukee. Does Milwaukee have subways, Chris?
Boston.
No.
Boston does.
They have overhead trains.
No, they have a lot of buses.
Yeah, and they have rail trains, but they're above ground.
I mean, really, Milwaukee, you get around with a bus.
Yeah.
If you don't have a car, like anywhere.
Well, now it's Uber.
I don't know, because a bus is so cheap. You could pay like $2 and get a transfer and just be anywhere in Milwaukee.
In 4 days.
Yeah, well, that's the downside.
There's only one thing I know about Milwaukee. And that's Baxter. And if he barks twice.
Who?
Anchorman.
Oh.
That'll hit some people. It'll completely go over the head of others. So.
What about Green Bay football?
Oh, true. We can't talk about Aaron Rodgers, can we? Or
Oh yeah.
is it safe to
Happy
now?
to
Or
be gone.
the voodoo worked.
Yeah, happy to be gone.
Not for those Jet fans, huh?
Not happy that he's injured,
No.
but it's good for the team to rebuild,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he was a legacy player, wasn't he?
I think those guys should just quit when they're done.
Oh, he's old enough.
It's hard to say no to another $7 million.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, and then do you want to be on the backup team? Yeah, I'll do that for $4 million.
I actually think they wanted him for his influence on the rest of the team too. He's a very influential person to have and coach a lot of that talent that he's got.
I don't know. To a degree, I would think that the people that have actually been there with him this whole time and watched what he ended out as,
Yeah,
might not agree with that.
very true. Did we miss Iraq? Is he on the hill? Is that 7-4 or is it 6?
No, that's
Yeah, I think it's 7-4, right? Because
It is.
he went 2 down before. That's right.
we didn't. He did, but way to take the blame.
I distracted him with Green Bay Packer talk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a bit late.
Yeah, they've been here all day. Fantastic job, guys, on day 1. Looking forward to coming back day 2.
Appreciate the help. I mean, honestly, between Pancake and Dell,
Hmm?
I'm excited for tomorrow. get more guest commentators in here, different personalities, different energies, and it's going to be a great day. So hopefully we'll see everybody tomorrow after this match.
Mhm.
Same place, same channel. Hit subscribe.
Absolutely. Wonder, do you think Lee Van's going to jump this one, or does he not need to be aggressive anymore?
Yeah, I think you
Gonna
just push out, and all the pressure's on your opponent.
Yeah, you see, he's put the dare out. He's put the bait in. Bait's in the water. And I think he has to go for this. He's only got to go over half the ball. He may even play it with his playing cue, his break cue.
Looks like he is.
Oh, his playing cue, right?
It's full length, whichever one it is.
I love the full length on this. You know, it allows so much more control, a little bit more weight in it. Plus the cue ball will draw back nicely.
Looks like he's got about a mid-length jump cue out right now. A little longer than standard
Yeah, 100%.
BK, right? Looks like.
Yeah, it's as a Predator player, I think it's the BK that he's using. He's looking at it, but maybe a bit of gamesmanship there. He's putting Lee Van back in. So I wonder if he's called him out on that one.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so he's gone with a short stick. Lee Van's still very handy with the short cue. Doesn't really need to do too much with the cue ball here. Some players might try and be a bit extra into this.
I think anywhere down here.
Just has to make it, right? Just
Yeah.
make it. There you go. I mean, wow. That is almost like he wanted Jonas to put him back in.
Pretty sure he did.
Do you ever jump out to jump out. Do you ever push out to a shot where you think,
Push out to a masse. I'm not a big
masse.
jumper.
okay,
I prefer masse. Not on that shot. I mean,
yeah. It's
short answer is no.
It's such a big aspect of the modern game, though. The ability to jump in all situations. You may see him run into the 4 here. May have to bump it.
So, do you know what the first jump cue was?
Ooh,
I bet you have a different answer than I do.
the first jump cue.
But mine is correct.
Ooh, the first jumper I heard or gave credit to was Earl, right? With a full cue Mucci. I can jump there with a Mucci.
I'm talking about like short jump
Oh,
cues.
short jump cues. Oh,
Mm.
okay. Then I've been playing American pool for about 10, 11 years now. So I don't know if I'm going to get the right answer on this
You're
one.
probably not. It was called the kangaroo cue. And it was
Kangaroo.
made. Do you know a gentleman named Gene Albright?
Did he do the Geno cue as well?
He's Perfect Aim is one of his.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Well, anyways. So
I shall.
he created a cue, and it was basically a wood dowel, literally a wood dowel, like from the hardware store, with you know those foam grips you used to get on your bicycle.
Yeah.
So it had that for a handle and a big plastic end on it.
Oh, wow.
But it jumped. It was the first thing that jumped, and then they made them illegal.
So the first official jump cue. Okay, so not the first person to jump,
I don't know.
but the first jump cue. Okay, it's interesting. Would that be classed as illegal now? Would it be illegal?
No,
Is
it'd
it
still
legal?
be illegal. It was still
It's illegal,
short. Yeah.
Too short. Okay.
Yeah. So they put some parameters, but
They've really evolved, you know. And again, just as we're talking, I'm sorry, Lee Van's just running out, but I think it's an interesting topic that these guys have to learn. You know, every shot is individual now. The break shot, the plane, you know, the jump shot, the kick, the bank, everything. So many more variables in this game that make it more exciting than any other cue sport for me.
looking to seal the deal here.
Yeah, no danger here as again, can choose the path. Generally, you shouldn't go across the ball, so you should come up the right-hand side as we look.
Straight up.
Yeah, perfect. It paid off for him. Remember, that came from a push shot. And Jonas put him back in. So I don't think Jonas played badly. I just think, Levan outfoxed him, outplayed him. Didn't outbreak him.
All right.
Wow.
Well, hey, I want to thank you for coming in, joining us in the booth. We do appreciate it. We look
You're
forward to
welcome.
working with you tomorrow. So,
Yeah, I look forward to it. We can rotate in with Pancake and do some other bits and pieces.
sounds
enjoy
great.
it. Nice to meet you
And
guys. Thank you.
Thank everybody for joining us here tonight and today all day long. We do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe.
For the price of free.
Did you say it was free?
Yes, I did.
All right, I'm glad you mentioned it.
It's
All right,
great.
guys, have
Thanks,
a great
guys.
night.
Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.